The Atlanta News First chopper flew overhead at a chaotic scene in Douglasville today. Tonight, a suspected shooter and a sheriff's deputy are both in the hospital. The GBI says the deputy was investigating a shooting death when he ended up getting shot himself.
We've been on top of this developing story all day long. We have Atlanta News First anchor Carly Barnett joining us now outside Grady Memorial Hospital in downtown Atlanta. Good evening, Carly.
Savannah Allen, good evening. A much quieter evening compared to the sea of law enforcement that we saw out here earlier this afternoon. We have learned that according to the GBI, that deputy and the suspected shooter are expected to survive. And we have new information tonight that paints a much clearer picture of what happened today in a Douglas County neighborhood. A complex scene at a Douglasville home Wednesday as deputies responded to a 911 call of a person shot around 9:30 a.m. on North Bear Drive. When they got there, they found 66-year-old Walter Jackson Sr. shot to death in the kitchen. They also found a woman holding a baby who identified the shooter as 27-year-old Jonathan Christian Roman. Roman emerged and, according to the GBI, did not follow commands to show his hands. They say he shot a deputy, retreated briefly, and then shot the deputy again while the deputy was on the ground. Other deputies on scene fired back.
They returned fire, striking the individual who had opened fire on the deputies, shooting the individual in the front yard.
Captain John Monty with the Douglas County Sheriff's Office gave a brief update before the GBI took over. Roman was life-flighted to Grady Hospital. The deputy was transported there as well. Outside of Grady Memorial Hospital, Atlanta News First crews saw cruisers escorted by Georgia State Patrol. Douglas County Sheriff Tim Pounds was also seen arriving at the hospital. The GBI says both the deputy and suspected shooter are stable, but did not elaborate on their exact conditions. So this is still very much developing. As we said, the GBI is investigating the officer-involved shooting. This is the 84th officer-involved shooting they have been called to investigate so far this year. Live outside of Grady Memorial Hospital, Carly Barnett, Atlanta News First.
And one is too many. Carly, thank you. Tonight.